Hey everyone, this is Sean, and today I want to talk about Windows 10 and specifically how to optimize your experience as a touchscreen user on a Surface or any other Windows tablet. Things like tablet mode, how to use custom gestures to swipe between desktops, how to make apps full screen, hiding the taskbar, how to adjust the brightness with a swipe, how to bring up Cortana, and a bunch of other stuff. So you definitely don't want to miss this video. So let's dive right in. Okay, so the first thing I would recommend doing if you use a touchscreen or Surface is to have the start menu be full screen. In start settings, you'll see this setting right here, use start full screen. Now when that's turned off, then your start menu will be a lot smaller like this. And like I said, I don't think it makes sense. You're never going to use this other space, so might as well just set it to be a full screen. Okay, great. So now I have a full screen start menu. These three lines at the top bring up some of the other options that you can have. And if you want to look at all apps, all you have to do is just swipe up from the middle here, and now you have all apps down over here. Okay, if you click on an alphabet, you can see in alphabetical order, so you can touch on any letter to be able to see the apps that are in that alphabet. Now, if you're a touchscreen user, especially on Windows 10, you need to download this program from the Windows Store. It's called Touch Me Gesture Studio, okay? Touch Me Gesture Studio is awesome, and it's, in my opinion, essential if you're on Windows 10. It allows you to do a lot of cool things. Alright, so do look at my video description. I include a link to Touch Me Gesture Studio. So in Windows 10, you have the ability to change your brightness here, but they only happen in increments of 25%. If you want something more continuous, you can set a gesture to slowly bring down the brightness and slowly bring up the brightness, just as if you're turning a knob. Okay, so you can see up here the brightness slider going up and down. Okay, and this makes it nice to really customize your level of brightness. The other thing really nice about Windows 10 is its ability to have multiple desktops. So if you swipe from the side, you can see you can have multiple desktops. I can actually create a whole bunch of desktops. So here you can see I have my school desktop. I've got calculators, I've got my equations over here, I've got my Word documents. I can also have a hobby desktop, you know, where if I don't want it to be cluttered, I just want to work on videos or my music, I can have that. Or maybe I just want something to have some fun, a few web browsers open, maybe some games open. Now, I've set up this gesture to be able to swipe between the desktops, okay? So let me show you that. So again, you want to go into Touch Me Gesture Studio. The shortcut key for swiping between desktops is Windows Control Left and Windows Control Right. So if you have a keyboard, you can do that to swipe between desktops. I use Touch Me Gesture Studio to assign the 3-finger swipe right and the 3-finger swipe left. So now all of a sudden I can swipe really easy between multiple desktops. Now if you swipe in over here from the left hand side, then you can see all your desktops down here, and you can easily swap between desktops using that method as well. But again, you can use your 3 fingers to swipe between desktops, and this just feels so natural. It feels so fluid, and I just absolutely love it. Okay, another thing I've done with Touch Me Gesture Studio is Windows C, which brings up Cortana to listen to you. Okay, now I know you can set Cortana to listen to you all the time by saying, hey Cortana, but I didn't want that. To me, the gesture makes it really easy. What do you think about Google Now?
It doesn't have much to say, but it's helpful.
It's a pretty funny response, so let's try something else. Open Netflix, please.
Sure. Here's Netflix.
Great. So you can see you can open apps. You can ask math questions, do anything on the fly, and having that gesture makes it really, really fast. Something else I wanted to show you is that in some of these older apps, what you can do when you expand it, make it full screen, you can swipe down from the top, and you'll see this little bar. Okay. And when you swipe down, you can see some other options. Search, share, settings, app commands will bring up the kind of the settings menu. So just to be aware of that, when your app is in full screen, you know, taking advantage of that little bar that comes down will allow you to have kind of greater control over that app. All right, now speaking of full screen apps, the modern Windows 10 apps can be a little bit of a pain to use in full screen. So for example, here's the new Groove Music app. that you can't actually make it so that it's completely full screen. Even in tablet mode, which I'm going to talk about more in a second, you can see that the taskbar is still down here. Okay, so watch what I'm about to show you. 3 fingers swipe down. Boom. The taskbar is gone. I have a full, immersive, nice full screen. Alright, and then if I want the taskbar back, all I have to do is swipe down again, 3 fingers, boom, there's the taskbar. Alright, so to pull off the taskbar trick, it's a little bit more tricky. You do need Touch Me Gesture Studio, but you also need something else called Auto Hotkey. See my video description for how to download that, and then you have to also download this one file called taskbar.ahk. Okay, and again, the link to that is in my video description. Then what this does is it gives you a keyboard command, Control Alternate F, and that keyboard command basically hides and unhides the taskbar. Alright, then you use Touch Me Gesture Studio to make it so that the 3 finger swipe down, or really whatever you want it to be, hides and unhides the taskbar. So if that seemed really complicated, don't worry. Just look at my video description and I explain everything there. Okay, the other thing I really miss about Windows 8.1 is the ability to share from any screen. Now what I've done is I've assigned the 5 finger swipe left in Touch Me Gesture Studio to make that share. And so now from any screen I can just swipe left and you'll see this share menu come up, and I can share whatever I have open, whether it's an app or whether it's a movie or a video or an article. I can just go and then share whatever I'm looking at. Okay, last and also in my opinion least is tablet mode. Okay, so let's go ahead and enter into tablet mode. Okay, so now we're in tablet mode. Now you can see the taskbar loses a lot of the apps. Also in tablet mode you have no access to the desktop, no multiple desktops, and everything that you run will be in full screen. In my opinion though, I feel like tablet mode is unnecessary. I can get everything I want plus more outside of tablet mode. But that said, there are still a few things that you can do in tablet mode that you can't do outside of tablet mode, and I'll show you a few of those things. For example, let's go ahead and open up this music app. Again, you see that black bar down there. I'm going to go ahead and hide that just so that it's full screen. What you can do is you can actually swipe down from the side to close it if you want. So that's a feature in tablet mode, is swiping down. So that's familiar from Windows 8.1, but let's go and open that back up. You can also snap it to the side and have this split screen view. So let's go ahead and split these. So this again is a familiar interface from Windows 8.1, the ability to have this split screen view again. So this is something you can't get in desktop mode, you can only get in tablet mode. I said tablet mode was last, but actually there's one last thing I want to say. This is kind of old news, it's been around since Windows 7, but if you didn't know, you can actually swipe up from some of these on the bottom on the taskbar, and it can show you, recent files as well as some other options that you might have access to. Okay, and that was it. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like this video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.